Other topics? Sorry.
Majorly about lifestyle of Indian students.
Okay.
The major concern security, language. Please, may sir take care. Actually, major concern is about food. Food. Because
Here in Maharashtra, there is Southern Indian food, yes? They
no,
expect-
it's North Indian. You can
North
say
Indian.
North Indian.
No, we have both.
Okay.
They're making like separate cooks for North Indian
Okay.
food.
Okay. Okay. And what about hostel accommodations?
The partner company provides the accommodation. It's Indian company. They run 3 hostels up to 700 places, I think.
Okay.
But
And-
they are trying even to expand their hostels now and more.
Is there any option to live outside the hostel?
Yes, definitely. We are starting already or just yes, because it is touristic city. There's lots of apartments to rent, especially like they are work on summer, but whole semester when the start of the semester is, this apartment like wait for next summer. So even some students prefer to live in the apartments and our student support service sometimes helps them with the bookings to find out to tell them like which area, which prices is like reasonable and so on.
Okay. And
Help with the
about,
booking, help with the landlords.
about the language over there, are Georgian public speak English language?
Yeah, the national language is Georgian.
Okay.
Also, our students learn Georgian during their MBBS because they have to communicate with the patients also on the local language. This is WFME requirement, so which countries teach within the medical programs there. The skills of communicating with the patient, but although the majority of the population, especially in Batumi, because it's a touristic place, they speak English. And English is taught in school, so English fluent population, percentage of English fluent population is quite big, especially in Batumi. Tbilisi is a bit smaller because not everybody needs the English, but in Batumi it's tourists 3 times as many tourists than the population, and that's why like English is the second language of communication.
Yeah, so just I can add a few words to what Mr. Georgi has just mentioned. So when it comes to the language barrier that you mean, so the young generation, they are very fluent in English. So, and this is a generation that has no problem in communication with the Georgian students because all of the Georgian students this generation, almost all of them speak very, very good English. Not elementary, but B1, B2, they are yes, in their general language competence. Apart from that, so when it comes to clinical component doing in hospitals, the patients, all the patients and adults are maybe not all of them know English, right? And students need to communicate them, right? International students. For this, according to our high law on higher education, so we are obliged to teach international students 12 ECTS, 12 credits of Georgian language. It is mandatory. So in the curriculum, it is included. So all students who come, international students, are expected to learn Georgian language for 3 semesters, and each semester covers 4 ECTS. So 12 credits is quite enough to know Georgian. It's B1 level, and B1 level is perfect for communication. So this language barrier is not, so it is envisaged by our curriculum. And apart from that, we also offer students some language centers, so where some additional lessons should be given to students in order to advance their language competence in Georgian.
also looking day-to-day basis, like whenever we look our students, they can communicate in a live situation in Georgia. So they can like go shopping, they can like ask
Yeah.
for directions in the street. And
I gave you my personal experience. So at Avicenna University, I also work as an associate professor and I teach in the student Georgian language. And when I gave them some lessons, I wanted just in a few weeks to check whether how they could communicate on public transport. And I told them, let's now today travel. I leave my car at home and now let's travel together on the public transport. So, and we got on the bus and I just observed their communication skills. So it was for a few weeks it was quite good. Then we got off and then I asked them, now let us try to ask the person what the date or what the time is. So we did it together. I just monitored their process in real life situation. Then we entered the shop and I checked how they addressed the shop assistant. They wanted to buy some products and they day by day, I observed that their Georgian language was getting better and better. Not very good accent maybe, but it's natural because Georgian consonants are very difficult to pronounce. But for communication, it was very, very good.
Okay. So our Indian students are allowed to enter hospital for some practical exposure.
yes, not only allowed, they are obliged, as every medical student in Georgia. We have obligation to have clinical exposure from the at least second year of studies, from the very second year. They start with the clinical exposure. First, they are observing, they see how the doctors work, how the hospital manages each and every day its operations. But later on, first they have like hands-on practice on simulators, and then they are switching to live patient. And the whole medical program ends with 12 months clinical clerkship. Whenever they like perform full duties in the clinics, they are doing night shifts, they are like doing manipulation with the patients, all with informed consents, and we teach them how to obtain informed consent. And they, as my colleague said, they communicate with the patient in Georgia, then explain what it is, they take this informed consent, and then they provide manipulation, and under the supervision of professors, definitely, who like teaching or creating these clinicals.
I guess this university is also providing ECFMG or USMLE classes.
Yes, both. They are students, and we have students from different parts of the world with the different career plans. So, top three career plans for our students is United States Medical License Exam, USMLE, it's UK license exam, and it's WFMG exam, definitely. So for USMLE, we have like the free preparatory courses for step 1 and step 2, so far the students can take them as extra elective subjects free of charge, prepared by the USMLE coaches, and then to be registered for their real exam as well. And some of our graduates have very good results, and till the moment 100% who registered for USMLE passed the exams. Same is for the PILA, for the UK exam, and for the students who are willing to continue clinical practice in India, we provide WFMG coaching, and including training sessions and coaching sessions with Indian doctors. So we bring some Indian doctors and Indian professors to Georgia to conduct these trainings and share their knowledge of the context of this exam, of the peculiarities of this exam.
And the course duration in Russia is a 6 year or like 4.5